What is a song you cannot listen to for an emotional reason? Highwayman by the Highwaymen. Lost my little brother to cancer 5 months ago. We used to drive around in GTA 5 together. We live in different cities. Whenever that song came on the in-game radio, we would stop whatever we were doing and sing along or just listen. Whenever I hear the song now, I can still hear his voice singing along. And then when it's over, he would always say, "Now that's a good song. Miss you, bro. You will remain. I'm sorry for your loss. My biggest fear is losing my dad and not being able to play with him again. I lost a friend who I played with online all the time as a kid. I like to think I'll be able to join them in the lobby." The Middle, Jimmy Eat World. I used to date this girl who was the most optimist, positive, loving, caring person I had ever met, and this was her swan song. She had a rough start in life but rose above it and spread positivity and care wherever she went. She was abducted, raped, murdered and left in a ditch by some crackhead. Every time I hear that song now, I get filled with misanthropy. Peep dude. Go rest high on that mountain. Last heard at my dad's funeral. Will never be heard again. Undefined. Played at my uncle's funeral 24 years ago. Also haven't listened to it or anything else on that same Vince Gill album since. Over the Rainbow, Israel Kamakawi Wool. The song played at my best friend's memorial when she passed away very unexpectedly when I was 12. Aw man, I heard that song when I was in Waikiki a few years ago, and me and my boyfriend were taking a trip to get over my pregnancy loss. We were at a bar, and when I heard this song, it took everything in me to not break down and cry. Willie Nelson, always on my mind. My dad's funeral. I can listen occasionally, but I gotta be ready to cry. I'm 37 and it's been 4 years, but it's still there. Moon River. 'Cause it reminds me of my grandma. She used to sing it often. I feel you on this. My dad used to sing me to sleep with this song. I'm incredibly emotionally attached. Queens, Who Wants to Live Forever. We played it at my late husband's funeral. A decade later and I still can't listen to it. I Can Only Imagine is the music in the background of my grandma's celebration of life slideshow. Instant tears when I hear that song. You'll Be in My Heart. By Phil. Anything that was in the Tarzan soundtrack immediately makes me burst into tears. My mom used to sing those songs to me when I was a little kid. Now she's dead and I can't tell you how much I wish I could claw my back through time for her to sing all those songs to me again. Exact same situation here. Been 15 years and I still only put on that song specifically to cry to. It's a great song and I appreciate the musicality of it, but I just can't lol. That first line, "Come stop your crying," is when I start crying. Dear Agony by Breaking Benjamin, because it reminds me of the last 2 weeks of my mom's life before she died to cancer. Actually, I have a hard time listening to most of the band's music now since I've had 4 people close to me pass away in 4 years. I've removed their music from my playlists to save my sanity. Thank you for mentioning it. Every time I listen to it, I'm thinking, is that how my father have felt? Lying on a hospital bed after multiple strokes? Is this what's waiting for me as well? And yeah, Breaking Benjamin's lyrics are rough. I'm a longtime fan, but I absolutely get how their music can end up really depressing. Still, their song Failure was basically my survival mantra for a while. When I need to get through something, I quietly mumble "tear the whole world down" part of the chorus and it becomes just a little bit easier. Hurt, sung by Johnny Cash. I watched my son die in a NICU and it makes me think of him every time. I Will Follow You Into the Dark. I Miss My Sister. Great song. Love their music. What Sarah Said is another beautiful, poignant song of theirs. Yeah, that one is something I skip unless I need to cry. My grandpa and I used to listen to Johnny Cash in the car together. He and my grandma helped raise me. So we spent a lot of time together. When I was very little I thought Grandpa was Johnny Cash. As his name was Johnny also, and he had a gravelly bass baritone and a thick twang. No matter what. When I walked the line came on. He'd hold out his hand for me to hold and he'd sing. I didn't know until I was much older that none of my family had ever heard him sing. He died 2 years ago. And I still can't hear "I'll Walk the Line" without bawling my eyes out. Undefined. None of my family had ever heard him sing. Now I really miss my grandpa. The night we met. Lord Huron. Damn, next time I'm gonna fall for someone I'll make sure it's morning. One of their many amazing songs. Salisbury Hill by Peter Gabriel. It's the first song that came on the radio in the car after my wonderful father-in-law died. My very stoic and strong husband broke down in tears, and it's now the song that shreds my heart. "Son," he said, "grab your things, I've come to take you home." Edited to add lyrics through my tears. Second edit, thank you for the gold. Kind stranger. Ozzy Osbourne's "Mama, I'm Coming Home." Runaway Train by Soul Asylum. Both are wrapped up in my son's suicide. They are just too much for me. Undefined. I'm sorry he is gone. Fast Car by Tracy Chompan. My first award. I listened to this song on the way to work and cried the whole time. I loved the song so much, was worth the cry. It's crazy how hard that song hits when you realize it's about reality crushing your dreams. And how you ask for less and less and still don't get it. As someone who wasted years because I was mentally ill, it makes me think of the big dreams I had for myself. And how as time went on I dreamed of more attainable things and still couldn't get myself there. Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. Thanks for the silver friend. I don't know why, because it's such a beautiful song, but it hurts me. The lyrics just remind me of happier times as a kid that I don't have anymore. It's a mournful song. I never listened to it by choice. What you said about it reminding you of happier childhood times is pretty much it. 4 generations of women in my family have loved Stevie Nicks. It is impossible not to think of simpler, more innocent times and feel the sting of those days being gone. Amazing Grace. It was sung at all of my grandparents' funerals. Used to be one of my favorite take me to church feel-good songs. It's just so sad to me now. Fly Me to the Moon. It reminds me of my first manic episode where I embarrassed myself to everyone in my batch in first year college. Ah, that song made me remember Neon Genesis. Snow Patrol, You Could Be Happy. I loved her enough to let her go once I realized I was just holding her back. She's very happy now. It's been 13 years and I've moved on and gotten married and everything. But still, I miss her sometimes. I love most of the songs by Snow Patrol. My favorite, however, without a doubt, is Chasing Cars. It's my all-time favorite song just because I get to share it with a friend. It's just, I thought she felt the same way about me as I did about her. And now I don't know if she does. I'm really sorry for your loss. And I hope that you are happy wherever you are. Hugs. What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. This song was what my parents used for their first dance at their wedding. My mom made sure it played at my dad's funeral in 2016. I haven't really been able to feel the same when I listened to it. Today, I broke down and listened to it again, celebrating what would have been my parents' 26th wedding anniversary. That song makes me tear up because I used to sing it to my daughter, who has since passed away. It is a good reminder of the good of humanity overall. I should give it a listen again soon. Sorry for your loss, X. Mr. Blue Sky. Used it as my morning alarm for a couple months and now it triggers my fight or flight response. I've noticed whatever song I use for an alarm is ruined as it just reminds me of getting up for work. Have to change them up pretty often. Might go back to the radio lull. Same here. I once changed it to some environmental music from Skyrim, and when I played the game and that song came on, it made me feel sick to my stomach XD. I heavily regret opening this thread. Edit because this popped off. If you're new to the thread, go back and stay innocent. Had an annual physical yesterday and the doctor noticed a lump in my boob. Waiting for the referral to come through so I can schedule a mammogram and biopsy. No reason to truly freak out yet, and I was handling it well. Woke up after just 3 hours of sleep and couldn't get back to sleep, so I opened Reddit and this is the first thread I saw. Now I'm a sobbing mess and all my anxiety that I was suppressing has gotten the better of. Now it's time to get up and try to get to work while pretending everything is okay. All of that to say, I feel you. Shouldn't have opened this thread. Undefined. You've got this. Friend. We believe in you. Leave a like and a comment if you liked the video. Check out more Reddit related video. I am posting them daily. Subscribe to see more Reddit content.